If I'm being completely honest, episode 1 was okay. It was decent. It was well paced.
What? Are you crazy?
Okay. So, yo, what's up, TFM Nation? It's me, the TFM Monster, here again, and we are back with another Clash of the Elite video. I'm too tired for this. But anyway, I enjoy doing these kinds of videos. I don't know if you guys too, but you guys have been requesting me to actually do it, so I'm doing it. So anyway, this is episode 1. And as I said on my community post in episode 1's adaptation, episode 1 is probably the most rushed episode premiere I've ever seen in Clash of the Elite.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
You know why? I've posted it on my Twitter and on my community post and on YouTube, and you can see the bookmark here. Yeah, that's how much they adapted it. This one right here, all of this right here, because this is the front, right? So yeah, you can see that the bottom here, look at that right there, that's the adapted episode 1, along with 7.5's additional scene in the end.
Damn.
So I'm gonna read the last page here. So I'm gonna open this up, this bookmark that I just did. You can see the page number. Yeah, and you can see the line right there. With that, Horikita Manabu left. He might lose, I muttered. That's what Ayanokouji did say in the anime, the final bit of the episode. He might lose, I muttered, unable to keep it in. This is the inner monologue of Ayanokouji. Well, perhaps that was the wrong word. Horikita's brother would make no mistakes. He would doubtlessly manage his group well. But even so, we clearly didn't fully understand this exam. It was possible this would drastically change the course of our 3rd semester. So yeah, and then the next bit that they're going to adapt in episode 2 will probably be Ichinose and her group, which is just a little bit, yeah. And if you're wondering, yes, they did skip the T-Rex scene.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm just gonna show it to you all. This is just fan service, but I'm just kind of upset that they skipped it, you know? This T-Rex here. Yeah, they skipped it. Yeah, be upset all you want. There's nothing we can do because 220 pages has been adapted in episode 1 alone. And then this is up to page 367. So minus that to 220. So we got 147 pages left. And that's going to be episode 2. Believe it or not, we're ending in episode 2 of volume 8. Yeah, it's the conclusion arc already. Wow. This is honestly super fast paced. But if I'm being honest with you all, also there's a lot of cut content I'm gonna discuss here. They cut out the part of some of the moments of Asahina, I think, because in volume 7.5 Asahina kinda, you know, and also Ayanokouji kind of interacted because of the dorm or apartment. Yeah, they kind of interacted because they were outside, and then I think Ayanokouji picked up something that Asahina carelessly dropped. It was an accident that she dropped it, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, man. That's why I was kind of weirded out, by the way, on episode 1, that the groupings, okay, the groupings of the group, the mixed training camp. This is just my honest feelings of episode 1. It's not like an analysis or anything, but my honest opinion, my honest feelings of episode 1. So let's just say that, okay? It's not a breakdown or anything. In the beginning, before they went ahead with the training camp, they grouped themselves first, and they changed a few scenes as well, the scenery. with Kei and the Ayanokouji, how they meet up. Comparing it to the light novel, that's not how they actually negotiate or talk to each other. Yeah, it was like this in the illustration. So yeah, you can basically tell that Kei and the Ayanokouji have been talking secretly, not like they're meeting outside and talk, but they actually talk while eating in the cafeteria, sort of, and while they are at their back, yeah, while at their behind's back. So yeah, I mean, it's a weird change, but alright. I think it was fine to me. But what else has been? Yeah, that's when I was like, when I saw this, I was like, oh wow, they're actually moving fast. When I saw Ichinose running and Michan running, Shina running, Hiyori, yeah, and then when I saw this as well, Ichinose, it was super fast. Like, wow, look at this. This is like the almost the midpoint, and then here's the end of the episode. Like, it's so weird. Like, it was so weirdly fast paced. But if I'm gonna be honest with you all, it was okay. It was pretty decent when it comes to pacing.
You what?
I didn't have an pacing issues with it, because if I'm being honest with you all, volume 8 was boring to me.
There you crossed the line.
I only read it once and I never read it again. That's why I am forgetting some moments of the training camp, because it wasn't peak. It's not peak to me. Volume 9 as well, it wasn't peak to me. But volume 10, that was peak. Volume 11, that was peak. Volume 11.5, that was peak. So you get my point, right? So when I saw the anime, I didn't complain. I just said my honest feeling, and said to you all, and I just blurted out that it was a very rushed episode. Super rushed. It was probably the most rushed episode. Okay, so I'm on Crunchyroll. Turn on my English subs. Yeah. Oh, okay. We can actually see it. So yeah, it's somewhere at the midpoint. So yeah, as you can see, that Ichinose laying down. So yeah, almost midpoint, and then this one, the running scene, and also there are some quality issues here. People have memed it so hard on Twitter and on Facebook. What what is this? What I know it's weird, but it wasn't, to me. It's not bad. It's not super bad. Unlike episode 2 of season 2, it was poor. Comparing it to that, what's worse? And also, they've been almost, very consistent with the animation art style. Like, I praised them on this art alone. Like, this art, it's so beautiful. It was so beautifully drawn. Like, this is honestly movie quality of Ayanokouji right there. The lighting and the art style of him. Oh my god, bro. It's so good. If I'm being completely honest, episode 1 was okay. It was decent. It was well paced.
What? Are you crazy?
Okay, I'm not toxic when it comes to actually expressing what I honestly feel, okay? If I don't like it, I don't like it. Being toxic is not the way of actually liking or loving the series of the light novel. The light novel fandom has been very toxic when it comes to Clashing with the Elite. And also, people don't really seem to understand, and at the same time, people don't really seem to honestly believe that the author is somehow involved with the work. But if you take a look at the afterword, the author's message to the fans and to the anime production, you can honestly tell that he's been at the studio. He's been in the studio. He probably worked with them, probably supervised them, guided them, but he's not always the one making the final call. Because if you take a look at Asata Sensei, the 86 light novel author, Asata Sensei, she has been in the studio of A1 Pictures, seeing how they work with the anime, and the production team always asks Asata Sensei, "Is this okay with you? Is this good with you?" And Asata Sensei can't always say anything. She's always like, "It's so beautiful. It's so well done." Because in a way, she's actually saying that it's like she can't do anything to help them because they're actually doing a pretty good job. So, if you think about it, the author is somehow involved in the anime, because this isn't getting an anime if the author wasn't able to be approved of this, you know. He has the license, and so does Kadokawa, obviously. But, you know, if you remember Domestic Girlfriend, I think from what I remember, the Domestic Girlfriend author doesn't want it to have a season 2 of the anime. So yeah, just go read the manga. So there are authors out there that actually don't like it to be continued, but unlike Kinugasa Sensei, the author of Classroom of the Elite, he wanted the anime to continue. People have just been spreading rumors that the author does not like the anime, he hates it, but in reality, his message was the complete opposite, and so was his afterwards in the light novels of Classroom of the Elite, because the afterwards or postscripts have been the author's like message, you know, to the fans after the volume ends. My honest take on this one, it's well made. It's pretty decent, I guess. I would give it a 7 out of 10 episode. It's not perfect in any way. They cut out a lot of important stuff as well. They didn't really explain the training camp exam that much, you know. So yeah, the forming a team is very crucial when it comes to the anime, you know, because you will see who is in danger of the group, because the leader is fully responsible. So if the group fails, the leader is the one who's taking the damage and is going to be expelled. So yeah, that's why Yukimura, Ayanokouji's group here, he has a huge burden. Like, he's the one taking the damage if they fail. So yeah, Wild Crunchyroll just went in and said, "Oh, you're not playing it." Yeah, that's why if you're gonna complain about the adaptation so far, don't. There's no point in complaining, and there's no point in being toxic. As much as I hate the fact that they cut out a lot of scenes in 220 pages along with volume 7.5, because here's what they did in the final bit of the episode. Here you can see Kiriyama with Nagamu.
Huh?
So Manabu. What the hell am I saying? Basically, what happened in the light novel, it was only Manabu and Ayanokouji. But what the anime Studio Lurch did, was that they combined 7.5, the meeting of Kiriyama, and Manabu's meeting, a secret meeting with Ayanokouji in volume 8. So they combined it together. So I think it was an okay choice, to be honest. If you're gonna summarize things, if you're gonna combine it and cram it into 13 episodes, I think this is the most obvious choice now. Like, what's more to that? And if they're gonna cram a lot of content in only 13 episodes, then they had to delete or cut out the T-Rex scene. I know, it sucks. It's a fan service, but it sucks that they cut out that scene, because people are gonna meme the heck out of it, you know. But now the anime onlys won't ever get to see it. if you want to see it, go read the light novel, because that's the only way to do it. And if people are still saying, oh my god, what an edgelord anime, what an edgelord main character, well, you basically don't know Ayanokouji. Ayanokouji is not heartless, man. He has emotions. So yeah, it's really triggering me that anime fans have always perceived or viewed Ayanokouji as this heartless, emotionless person, when in reality he just wanted to live normally and wanted to experience what normal life is outside of the white room. That's why he is developing on his own. You know, he wanted to develop, especially when it comes to emotions as well. That's why if you're gonna read the light novels, it's funny that Ayanokouji really doesn't know anime. He really doesn't know the slang. Yes, it's weird that this genius guy, emotionless guy that people have been saying, the cold guy people have been saying, doesn't know shit about anime, doesn't know shit about slangs. Trust me, Ayanokouji is still human, okay? And he is developing. I'm divided when it comes to the light novel fandom and anime fandom. Anime fans have been very toxic with Ayanokouji being this edgelord, emotionless, cold-hearted character, main character. But when it comes to the light novel fandom, they always criticize the anime so hard that they're actually looking for frames of the anime that's actually super bad, that they had to criticize it and critique that the anime is so bad because of this certain frame. I am so divided. I don't know where to go, because I am on the side of actually enjoying the anime, enjoying the light novel. Like, where am I supposed to go if these two fandoms are that toxic? So yeah, my honest feelings for Volume 8, like I said, it's decently paced, because I got bored on Volume 8. Like, I think I stopped at around page 80 plus back in the day, and then I stopped again at around 100 plus pages. Yeah, it was that boring to me. I'm sorry to say it, but it's actually super boring to me. That's why I'm super glad that they're actually rushing Volume 8. But what I don't like them rushing is that they're actually cutting out a lot of important parts. That's the only criticism I have for episode 1. That's why when I checked my anime list, when I was gonna update my status on Clash of the Elite to watching instead of plan to watch, I saw the score. It was 8.22. I was like, what the fuck? How did this happen? If I'm being completely honest, this episode is a 7 out of 10 max. I think if you're gonna bump it up more, it's probably an 8, but max to me, 7 out of 10. Listen, I enjoy the anime, I enjoyed the light novel, so I don't want to be toxic, and I will never be a toxic fan of Clash of the Elite, because I love the series so much. Okay, however, if you're gonna slander me and say, oh, but you complained about the 13 episodes, listen, I only complained because of the thickness of the books. I don't know how they're going to handle it because of the way they handled season 2. 3 episodes per book and 1 episode on 1 book is just absurd. That was the worst decision I've ever seen from Clash of the Elite. The way they adapted it is just... And then they never cut out the opening theme. It always plays, so you never had additional screen time. It was a pretty decent episode, but it's not a strong start for Clash of the Elite, because the crucial characters here have not been shown yet, but there's only like 4 illustrations left in this volume. So yeah, like I said, Ayanokouji is gonna meet up with Asahina here. So yeah, it's in episode 2, and I forgot this scene as well. Ryuin and Hashimoto having a secret meeting. Oh my god. And this scene. So yeah, I think I think they're gonna cut out some of the scenes that are actually not important in volume 8. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna adapt it better than episode 1. They rushed this volume super hard. I'm not complaining now, but honestly, I'm still gonna complain about little things like the cutout parts that are actually super important. I'm not gonna be toxic and say, "Oh man, they cut out the T-Rex scene. Oh, what a worst adaptation. What a bad adaptation." No, I'm not. I'm not gonna complain about that. Honestly, it was just a fan service, but it would have been cool if they actually adapted it. Actually were able to clutch it, but they didn't. And there's nothing we can do. All we can do is just watch the anime, enjoy the anime for what it is, and yeah. I'm still giving Studio Lurch the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, overall 7 out of 10 episodes. It's not great, but it was decent. It was okay. I think if we're gonna continue the pattern here, I think episode 11 or episode 10 would be the chess match. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Yeah, episode 1, honest feelings. You could say analysis, but it's just my honest feelings. Honestly, like, I just can't handle the fandom anymore. Like, they complain a lot. I do complain, but I enjoy the anime as it is. Like, I sometimes turn off my light novel reader mode to just enjoy the anime. The only way to enjoy the anime right now as a light novel reader is to actually forget what you read. That's the only way you can actually enjoy the anime, because you have a lot of expectations from the anime. Because, listen, the source material 90% of the time is always the best way to experience the series, Classroom of the Elite. But there are some times, like 86, people have been saying that this is the best adaptation from a light novel ever made, and instead of rushing it, they created way more anime original content to provide more context, and they cut out some scenes that are actually just fan service. I think it was a great choice from 86 A1 Pictures to actually cut out some fan servicey scenes. Just like Classroom of the Elite, they deleted the T-Rex scene. I feel like there's no need for them to adapt that scene, only if they want fan service for the fans, then go ahead. But they didn't do it, unfortunately. But all we can do is just watch the anime, and just see how this goes, how it plays out. And there's nothing we can do anymore, because it is what it is. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to provide more honest opinions, honest feelings for episode per episode, and I'll do it. But yeah, it's just heartbreaking to see the fandom actually be like this. Anime fans are toxic, light novel fans are toxic. Like, there's no place for me to go, because I don't want to be a part of those toxic fandoms. I'm being nice and critical at the same time with this series, because there are some scenes out there that I actually want to get adapted. Like the scavenger hunt in volume 5, they didn't adapt that, unfortunately. That was just fan service, or more like a comedy for Ayanokouji. To actually see Ayanokouji as a human, he's actually an awkward human being. Like, he's not this cold, heartless person like people always see him every time. So yeah, I just wanted to see that adapted so that people can actually see Ayanokouji in a different way. So yeah, that's why there are a lot of times where I actually want scenes to get adapted, but they never did, because it's a waste of runtime, it's a waste of screen time, because they wanted to advance the anime as much as possible, because of the only provided episode is only 13 from the producers, Kadokawa themselves. So Studio Lurch does not have full control of the episode count. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That is all for this video. I know it's more of a rant, I guess, but it's just my honest feelings, honest opinion about the series and the episode. But yeah, I hope you all understand, and I hope there aren't toxic fans here that are gonna comment and say, "Oh, you're not a true light novel fan." Oh my god. That's when you'll know, and you'll spot a toxic fan actually, bashing another fan of the series. Yeah, because in the light novel fandom as well, they keep on bashing or fighting each other because of best girl. To me, I don't care about the war. If Kay is best girl, then Kay is best girl to you. If Susan is best girl to you, Susan is best girl to you. Because I don't blame you if you like Susan, and I don't blame you if you like Kay. Because, Kay is Kay, Susan is Susan. Susan developed a lot. So if I were to actually, be critical about development, it's Susan. So, yeah. In year 2, okay? Not in year 1 yet. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the special oh my god, I said it again. Special broadcast. Whatever that is. If there's something there that's actually gonna impress me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys then. Yeah. Peace out.